Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. Now Boskoe was on Cam Capone's platform, and Cam Capone said he just recently saw a bunk shot of Blueface and he didn't look too healthy. And Boskoe said that's because he's in jail and he's not living his regular program. Now that picture was old and Blueface is in prison now, and Boskoe said hopefully he gets on his program and gets his ish together. Now Boskoe said you gotta understand, Blueface is a celebrity, so he ain't used to eating that ish food served in LA County Jail. Now Boskoe said Blueface ain't the only one that went to LA County Jail and don't look the same. That happens to a lot of people. Now Boskoe said even though Blueface looks bigger in there, that don't mean he's healthy, because he's eating a lot of unhealthy food that he normally doesn't eat when he's out in the free world. Now Cam Capone told Boskoe Blueface said he loves it in LA County Jail, and he told him, do you believe him or do you think he's trolling? Cause he said a dude who's out right now said that he was locked up with Blueface, and Blueface got a lot of problems in there with the Bloods. That's when Boskoe said it's because Blueface is a gang member, and it don't matter what you are, celebrity or not. When you pick up a flag, you gonna have enemies. And he said when Blueface is in LA County Jail, he's no longer a celebrity, and they look at him as a schoolyard crip. So he gotta deal with the same gang politics that every other gang member has to deal with when they in there. And just cause he's a celebrity, he don't get no pass. He gotta run his phase with his enemies just like every other gang member in there. Now Cam Capone asked Boskoe a really good question, and he said because Blueface is a celebrity, do you think he's gonna catch more fades in there? And he said everybody that's in there that's supposed to catch fade with Blueface is gonna catch that. But he said at the same time, a lot of people is also not gonna want to take that fade. But he said for the most part, the schoolyard's ops in there is not looking at Blueface as a celebrity. They're looking at him as a schoolyard crip. So he's an enemy to them, and as an enemy, they're gonna press him for that fade. And he said, for example, the schoolyards don't get along with the black pea stones. So if he walks in a dorm with some black pea stones in there, they gonna want that fade. Now Boskoe said Blueface being a name from his set, that's like anybody that got a name in they set. The enemies is always gonna want to catch that fade. So if they whoop you, they can tell everybody they basically whoop one of their ops trophies. But he said at the same time, even if Blueface wasn't a celebrity, they still gonna want his fade because they enemies. Now Boskoe said as far as he goes, he didn't catch much fades with his enemies in LA County Jail, because he said he served a lot of time in LA County Jail, so he knows a bunch of dudes in there. But he said at the end of the day, it's LA County Jail, so he did run some fades with some people, but it wasn't because of his gang affiliation. Now he said he can remember one dude specifically who called him out for the fade, and he said it was a dude from Raymond Crit. And he said when he entered LA County Jail, he was on some set tripping ish. And he said when he asked Boskoe where you from, and when Boskoe told him, he said F your hood. Now Boskoe said the reason why he wasn't really tripping is because his homie, who's also a Damu, was locked up with him, and he was the one that was responsible for unaliving that dude's homie. And he said aside from that situation, he didn't really run into people that had problems with him over his gang affiliation. He said most of his issues was with the Mexicans, and that's only because they was going at it with the blacks. He said other than that, the only blacks he got into it with was the ones not following the program in the dorm, or if somebody's super disrespectful and they have to DP him. But it was never nothing over gangbanging. Now salutes up to Boskoe for dropping that solid content, and salutes up to Cam Capone for hosting that on his platform. So now that you guys heard what he said, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. It's Paperboy News Stand. Y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Count.